welcome to the analysis of the Ramayana characters. Today we'll be exploring the major character traits and lessons learned from Dasaratha in this recording. Let us begin. King Dasaratha was an excellent ruler. He was the jewel of the Solar dynasty. Not only was he well versed in the rules of kingship, but he was very virtuous too. He had great respect for holy sages and holy people. He had sage Vaishistha and himself as his Kulaguru, whose advice he followed meticulously. He consulted his 8 able ministers and made sure that his subjects were happy. He was very virtuous, knowledgeable, and established in Dharma. He was a mighty warrior and had earned fame in the 3 worlds by his brave deeds. He ruled justly and wisely. Everybody in his kingdom was happy and peaceful. Dasaratha was proud of his strong and noble sons. He knew that they, like his ancestors, were devoted to Dharma, especially Rama. When Rama left with sage Vishwamitra and finally to the forest, Dasaratha knew that his son went in the path of Dharma. But this meant separation from his beloved Rama, and Dasaratha pined away in his absence. How guilty Dasaratha must have felt for having been the cause of Rama's exile. In his last days, his own words and actions had come back to haunt him. He bore it all as his karma. He was proud of Sri Rama and Lakshmana for their integrity and honesty. Had he known Bharata's feelings, he would have been proud of him too. Dasaratha died a tragic death, but he had kept his word. He went to heaven as a result of all his good actions, and because he had a son who helped him keep his word. Now the lessons learned from Dasaratha's characters. We should follow our dharma, the noble and virtuous deeds which are applicable to our way of life. Often, following our dharma means that we may have to do things that we don't like, even things we hate, but we must put our faith in dharma as Rama did, rather than in our wishes as Dasaratha wanted to. Therefore, we must know what our duties are and do them well. We should not compromise in fulfilling our duties. Rama knew that obeying one's parents is a child's primary duty. He knew that keeping one's word is also one's duty. He therefore did his duty and helped his father fulfill his. Because Rama stood by Dharma, Ayodhya, and indeed Lanka too, had prosperity and peace eventually. His father, Dasaratha, may have died as an unhappy man, but he went to heaven for having followed his dharma in every way. As a king, a husband, and a father, his devotion to Rama is praiseworthy. It was not mere fatherly love, but a divine love for the righteous, noble incarnation of Lord Vishnu, who was born as his son. Thank you all for listening to this recording. That is the end of Dasaratha's character. Thank you all for listening. Jai Sriman Narayana.